Okay, so in a non-stick pan, you can hear that sizzle. You put in your pork ribs. I reckon you could use beef or lamb also. I've got some pork here. And you just want to get that cooking, get that seared, get the flavors out. And just give that a sear until it's brown. We're not going to cook it now, we're just going to get some color on it. And we're obviously going to season this also. Okay, so you can see now that it's just been browned. I just put a little bit of oil in here, olive oil, with some salt and pepper. So now, you brown the meat, you take it out. In the same pan, to retain all the flavor, a little bit more oil. Now look at these beautiful colors. We've got carrots, we've got celery, and we've got onions. You can't go wrong with these colors. So I'm just going to take these vegetables and pop them in the same pan. Look at those colors, color of summer. So I'm just going to give it some color here. All the flavors being left in the same pan. So we're just going to add some, give it some color, get the sugars coming out for a couple of minutes, and then I will return the rib. Now you can see the vegetables have been going for about 5 minutes, a little bit of color. I return this beautiful piece of rib, pop it in the pan. Right, I'm now just going to throw a bay leaf in and a little bit of stock. I've just got some nice chicken stock here. You can use any stock. Now that's going to form our sauce. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to let that reduce. We're going to let it cook. We're going to put the lid on and cook it for as long as it takes for the meat to literally fall off the bone. Probably 2-3 hours. 2.5, 2 hours, depending on the heat. So what I'm going to do now, oops, forgive me, is just pop the lid on. Okay, welcome back. So you can just focus on the pan. What we've got here, you can see it's been cooking for about 2 hours now, and the meat has literally just fallen off the bone. So what you do, you just take the bones out, because we're going to add the pasta next. So you got all your rib bones, which obviously have to be removed so people don't break their teeth. But you can see how easily it comes off. You know, it probably takes about 2 hours. Just depends on the temperature that you cook it at. But you left with this amazing sauce, which will make the pasta sauce in the dish. Let's just see over there. Literally falls off the bone. So when we come back next, we'll be adding the pasta. You can cut it. Okay, so the pasta is done now. We've got pappardelle pasta here, which is beautiful flat pasta. It's a very flat pasta, so it goes very well with meaty, rich sauces, because it can take in a lot of flavor. It's not like thin little spaghetti, and it can take on chunky sauces. You always should match your pasta type with the sauce. So a very light sauce, like an olive oil garlic sauce, you can use just spaghetti, but with a bigger pasta like pappardelle, you can use chunkier sauce with lots of meat and lots of vegetables, which is what we've got here. So you just put it in the pan, toss it in. You always add the pasta to the sauce. You don't throw the sauce on top of pasta, because you end up with very dry pasta. It's really all about coating the pasta in the sauce and cooking it almost like a steak. You just keep that going, Kurt. And then lost the spoon. And now the key thing that you do is you want to use the pasta Murphy's Law. You want to use the pasta liquid, because it's got a lot of starchiness and a lot of salt from the cooking process. This pasta just takes 10 minutes. I didn't show you how to do it, but the instructions are quite simple. So what you do is you just don't want to waste some of this liquor, and you want to keep the pasta always silky and light. You know, nothing worse than a dry pasta. It's almost like sex. You need lubrication. You keep it wet. Nothing worse than dehydrated stuff. So don't be shy to use the liquid. And there you go. You can see how amazing that looks. All the sauce is getting absorbed into your pasta. And I mean, it's taken a while. It has taken 2 hours, but you can see how simple it is. There was very little chopping. Thanks, Kurt.